Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He's going to look deep for more. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Moore. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the quick slant gets exactly 10. And by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. The Chiefs at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Now, this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Goff now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. On 2nd and 15 now. Goff. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. A good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he'll find Moreau here. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. To throw is Goff. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A shotgun snap for Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. These two teams all tied after one. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. Down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 44 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. A good down to possibly take a shot. And, in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and inches, Goff. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
They'll try and run here with Swift. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. On 4th down, Goff. And able to complete it to Moreau. And in for the Lions touchdown. Foster Moreau, 32 yards. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. 3-2 their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, turnabout is fair play, I guess. They had a pick 6 against them earlier, and now this defense, Charles, they get a pick 6 of their own.
And for a moment, let's just set aside how it impacts the scoreboard, because how about the response? One defense gets the pick 6, the other comes back and matches it. These are two defenses that are planning on winning the game for their teams themselves.
Pulls it in at the 13. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Slant route, that's complete to Travis Kelce. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best play is just up from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides. Touchdown! DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's end.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Now here's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he returns this to the 22. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get in the field goal range. Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Goff on 1st down. He's going to look deep for more. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 32 on the play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. And they have regained the lead. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got his man complete. Moore. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Mahomes to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Tony. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now they try the right side here. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. When you think about the strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. From the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now a first down throw. Gone. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Gone. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing on third. Goff. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they have regained the lead.
So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mahomes going to throw. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one. On the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Hands it off out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation. Kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Kansas City!
Kadarius Toney,
a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Chiefs put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Swift. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Goff. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And some space here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Goff. And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did. But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Mahomes. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. St. Brown on the catch, and he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Off to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Goff. On the move to his left. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
He's got a man complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for two to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a one-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Mahomes. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions have just about sewn up this football game.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game. That means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Lions, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.